Philip?
You need a stretch for the middle innings here, or what?
Absolutely. You could be our closer.
Philip W. Mauriello of Waterbury. My wife's a teacher in Waterbury, and my wife's one of them teachers that probably could shoot the eyes off of a fly. But anyway, everything's been said that I was going to say, but I have some comments that you people, I want to follow through something on here. I spent 30 years in the military. The last few years is in the National Guard across the street. Here I was a state safety officer, the state security officer back in the Lowell Weicker days. Since then I'm retired. I also do contribute, Senator Hartley, I do contribute to the NRAs if you, on that. I am an NRA member. And one thing about, before, I think you mentioned about getting the clearance. I got a top secret crypto clearance through the federal government handling nuclear stuff, and it took 30 days to get. And you know, you were talking before about background checks. To take the background check takes how long they want to do it. If they can give you the government can go 30 days and give me a top secret crypto, I'm sure that we can get a background check with more modern computers quicker than extending it longer than, I think that's what you were alluding to, if I'm not mistaken, for to get a permit and everything. I'm so glad that you guys didn't come up with 1076. I don't know who, if it was the Three Stooges or you know, our Governor Bugsy Malloy, the Honorable Bugsy Malloy. Well, because I'm on the fringe, I'm going to use a little stuff with that. Also, when you talk about this bill, you know, a child could be 12 years old and hunt. They could get a state. Now, if some of these things go through, you can't even take a 12-year-old kid because, you know, he can't own a gun. He can't. If you give him a gun, you might be breaking some other laws. So when you come up with these laws, you got to look at some of the other laws that in the state. Most kids get a hunting license at 16, so but at 12 years old, you can take your son, daughter, neighbor, whatever, if they went through the course to be hunting. The other thing, like, it seems like they're punishing. Well, they want to punish somebody. Adam's not here and his mother's not here to be punished, so somebody has to be punished for these crimes. And it seems that who they want to punish are gun owners. Somebody at the door? I guess I'm done. In closing, I do appreciate you doing this. You guys, you know, you're out there, you're listening to us. Most of the time, like Cuomo over there, he don't want to hear nothing. And now he's got a problem and we won't. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer or ask them again. If not, God bless you.
Thank you, Philip. Senator.
Anybody?
Yes, Philip.
Yes, ma'am.
So a neighbor in Watertown. But you say your wife works in Waterbury?
90 miles, where I just moved, I lived on 96 Bennett Avenue in Waterbury, up right by D'Amelio's there. You've probably been in there a few times.
Right.
Bada boom, you know, get a...
I've gone to Pasquale. Is that it?
That's that's on the other side, okay. Or La Tavola, that's good too.
Yeah. You know, the earlier conversation was, there was a proposal to say the time frame for the checks would be 16 weeks versus 12. I was trying to get some input with regard to how much of an issue would that prevent, or what kind of other consequences that would result from it. So that was the question about the time frame. And then my other question actually was not to individuals, it was to the manufacturers with regard to the NRA. I attend, I take an ad in the book, all those things.
God bless you.
I guess I was just trying to understand the extent to which there is a corporate presence within the membership. And that was the nature of the question.
Well, I would pretty much say that most gun owners belong to the NRA, because if it wasn't for the NRA, we wouldn't have any firearms. And to extend to your question, to extend the thing, my father's 93 years old. He might not, he doesn't buy green bananas, I mean,
I don't either.
We have to do things with the computer age. I think we can do things a lot faster.
Yeah.
You got to come to my act. I'm gonna get the big room next year.
Once again, I just want to say it wasn't about any individual participation in the association. It was only about manufacturers who are in the business for the purposes of making money. That's all. I'm just trying to understand that.
Okay.
And we don't understand these things unless we ask all the questions.
I voted for you, too.
Thank you.
Come back to Waterbury.
Further questions, comments? Hearing none, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for listening.